Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be continuing by traveling to the Tytun rings to get the recording that Keeper wanted. Without any further ado, let's get underway. When we get onto the Tytun rings, we're going to change over to the ensign real quick and give her enough gifts to get her to 10 so we can stop worrying about her dialogue choices. And then we'll switch back over to Scorpio because unfortunately she's got quite a way to go.
We return to the hive.
Order, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
If you want to thank me, hurry up and get to 10.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
There we go. Finally done.
Leaving, sir.
I have arrived.
Alright, now, let's get started. For real.
This is Watcher 6 to the Hand of Jadis. You have accessed Node 803A of the Tytun Rings Holonet Archive. Transmitting mission parameters.
This is Watcher 7. Download data fragments from assigned terminals so we may decrypt and reconstruct the conspirator communication.
This is Watcher 9. You have authorization to terminate anyone who interferes. It is our privilege to work with you.
Whether they authorized it or not, it would happen anyway. All my missions tend to go that way.
Accessing first data fragment. Applying preliminary decryption algorithm.
Got the call, but make it quick. I don't want to be missed.
93% likelihood speaker is designate Hunter.
Proceed with the operation, Cypher 9. We will continue reconstruction attempts.
Well, of course the scene would end right as soon as that robot showed up.
Obliterated. I require better targets.
Accessing second data fragment. Modifying decryption algorithm.
This will, of course, be my final appearance at these gatherings, but the galaxy I leave behind.
No voice print identification available. Reconstruction incomplete.
I require a better target. The target has been obliterated. Fools always believe they can defeat me.
I require you to do your job and keep me alive.
Accessing third data fragment. Attempting playback.
My sympathies. With the old man lost, the next enforcer will be difficult to train.
Experiencing data corruption. We will hope the last fragment provides redundancy.
The target has been obliterated.
Accessing fourth data fragment. Splicing now.
I am here. All is ready.
This is Keeper. Cypher, get out of there. Reinforcements are on the way, and there's nothing more you can do.
The situation is under control, and the reinforcements are in for a surprise.
Nonetheless, we have what we came for. The Watchers will try to reconstruct the holoconference back at headquarters. Come to Drum and Cars as soon as possible, and we'll figure out our next move. Keep it out.
And it says to use our ship to travel to Drum and Cos, so instead of simply transporting to the planet, which would be simpler, we'll be transporting to the starship, having it go to Drum and Cos, and then transporting directly down to the planet's surface. So many hoops.
Galaxy will continue trembling at your approach if it knows what's before it.
To Imperial Intelligence we go.
Utilize fractal thought pattern 27. Reanalyze.
Come in. They're reconstructing the conspirators' holoconference now.
Anything turn up so far?
Preliminary analysis bears out our theory. The call was initiated by Hunter, somewhere in the Bremer sector 6 months ago. The recording you pulled is intact, but... Watcher 9?
Splicing and decryption complete.
Rules of the Chorus Covenant. I call this meeting to order.
Spare us the corporate posture and report.
Since you're in a hurry, Senator Varala and Representative Shuru are predictable as always.
And Commodore?
All taken care of. What about you? Those earnest Padawans keeping you up at night?
Different participants on different data streams. Processing.
Look at them safe and secure. They think they rule the world.
Who can blame them?
Domain is unsettled, as we expected. I must again raise the concern. Do we overplay our hand?
There is the chance it will spin out of control. Darth Angral, Darth Barris, now the children are awakening.
For each, there is a Republic counterbalance.
We're letting loose the reins, but we're not taking off their blinders. Sit back and enjoy the spectacle.
However much power they've got, they still see their plan as a risk.
To bicker. Each of us agreed to the timetable. Each of us reports success in our own sphere.
Ambition must never be our master. Patience serves our noble cause best. But if our enforcer approves...
I do, I swear.
Then we move forward to Armageddon.
Keeper, the War Council needs you. Sir?
We have a breach. No one leaves, understood?
Yes, sir. Security and medical help is on the way.
What's our status?
Keeper and the others are on life support. Fixers theorize the transmission had a hidden overlay.
You think?
A code or image only a genetically enhanced mind could recognize. Designed to overwhelm and shut down the brain.
They knew it would take an enhanced mind to find the data. This was insurance against that possibility.
Losing this many analysts, forget about Keeper. It's going to be a blow to the war. I'll support you where I can, but right now I've got a few dozen field agents without handlers. Your operation?
I speak with the authority of the Sith. My operation is theirs.
While you were on Belsavis, Keeper was compiling leads on the planet Voss. If you want to head there, I'll see what I can pull up. I've apprised the Minister of Intelligence, Darth Jadis, too, but he's still in seclusion. That's all I can do.
Disappointed they didn't share that trap with me on Belsavis. I would be interested in developing it further.
Oh, droid. I'm sorry, artificial intelligence. She gets rather testy if you call her a droid.
Cypher, hope you don't mind my checking in. You weren't expecting any other calls?
Hunter, my good friend. Who would I rather talk to?
I'm hoping no one. I get jealous. Your visit to Mega Security Ward 23 left it in bad shape. Now do I come into your house and break your things? But you finding that holotrap? Frying your keeper's synapses? That's kind of cosmic justice.
Once I find you and your bosses, he won't be smirking anymore.
Cypher, it's been fun. Playing tag, brainwashing you. Remember your keyword? But you keep coming, and we'll destroy your world. No friends, no allies, no empire left to fight for. Are you ready for that?
You're not just playing. You're really worried about me.
Who else can I whisper sweet things to? Do you know what it's like to have no identity? No one in the galaxy who can control you? It's terrifying and wonderful. If you live to see Imperial intelligence die, that's me giving you a taste of freedom.
How very kind of him. Alright, Scorpio's at 4. 6 more to go.
Something I can help you with, Ensign?
I was hoping you could increase my security clearance, sir. At least long enough so I could know about my promotion.
What promotion are we talking about?
The top secret one, sir. I can only assume it occurred. I'm pleased to say that I finished, as best I can, putting myself through the Imperial Intelligence training regimen, save the psychological tests. With your help, I'm now almost qualified to be here. Thank you.
If you have more questions, feel free to ask.
I was taught the best operatives figure it out for themselves.
It's true enough.
My good friend, have you noticed that the price of Dianogan tea has risen considerably since we broke the Treaty of Coruscant? One of the costs of war you never anticipate. And now my jamming device is working, so we can dispense with the inanities.
You're not usually this cautious. What's going on?
Thanks to a now wealthy Kubaz information broker, I've identified the people who want me dead. They represent an organization called Project Protean, a secret research and development group inside the Imperial Science Bureau.
You are good at this game. Give me the details.
Protean researches practical applications of alien biology. You recall the genetically modified assassins who came after me? They're only the beginning. Imagine troops spliced with Abyssin genes to enhance healing, or adrenals derived from Gremory hormones. Most test subjects don't fare well, but you can see the potential.
That sounds awfully like what you were doing on Taris.
There's a great deal of interdepartmental rivalry in our work, and my research does overlap with theirs. They may have targeted me in order to ensure that they have no competition, inside or outside the Empire.
This is your operation. What's our next step?
Further study, I'm afraid. Right now, I'm unsure where the project is based or how to contact its members, but I wanted to keep you apprised. Now, about that Dianogan tea.
So look, Agent. I'm at the cantina last night and this Deveronian guy buys me a drink, wants to dance. I start thinking, you and me have been pretty good together, right? So that means I'm supposed to be all loyal to you.
That is usually how it goes in this sort of relationship.
I figure I don't need the temptation, but men aren't going to stop flocking to me. So something's got to change. First option is I dump you. I see all the men I want. Easy.
What's the second option?
Second option is I find some better excuse to get rid of these losers. Something to wave in their face. So, you gonna get me a wedding ring or what?
There's no one in the world I'd rather spend my life with.
Don't be a girl just because I'm sticking around. Start with the ring and make it a good one. It's gonna be good, Agent. You and me.
What's going on?
Agent, in our work with the diplomatic service, we find ourselves talking to people we once knew. We've been contemplating this.
Vector, it's Honora. I don't know if you remember me, but Bryson said he thought you would, and I wanted to talk to you. I know things didn't end well, but I never forgot. You need to get out of there. Come back to Drummond Cast and we'll get you help. We can undo what the Killiks did. There are still people who care about you.
We have watched it 17 times and meditated to the static.
It can be difficult to be reminded of your past.
Can it? We were nearly engaged to Honora very long ago. We never considered that there are people who want us restored to what we were. But watching this, feeling nothing, we know we're no longer who we were when we loved her.
People change, even without becoming part Killik. It's part of life.
We think you're right, but we had to hear it from another. And we are content.
All that matters in the end is whether you're happy with what you are now.
I've learned to access your culture's holographic network. Listen. $18 trillion desperate attempts to communicate per second. I hadn't realized your species were so starved for interaction.
What have you discovered sifting through those transmissions?
I now understand your frustrations. I look at you and see neurons fire in your brain. I scan your body and know how you taste. But you're blind, alone, and confused.
If you're so far beyond biological creatures, what's the point of analyzing them?
You dominate the galaxy. I'm curious, and do not sleep. Our time together has provided new information and sensations. These will prove useful in a future upgrade.
She's something else, I'm telling you. Alright, time to head for Voss, one of my least favorite planets. Comes in right after Hoth. I imagine you'll understand why as we go through.
This is Watcher 3 to Cipher 9. Things are a little chaotic without Keeper, so I need a minute to pull our files on Voss. In the meantime, I did want someone more familiar, but...
Apologies for the wait. Playing catch-up with our friends in the diplomatic service, but we think we can brief you.
I didn't realize we had an expert on board.
The diplomatic service has more experience with Voss than anyone. Certainly more than me.
We never served on Voss personally. It's a newly discovered world, home to a simple humanoid civilization. One species, one government, one city. Voss Ka.
Primitive. They didn't even have spaceflight when we made first contact.
But they have art and laws and culture. More importantly, they have citizens who can use the Force. Not Jedi or Sith, but something different.
New Force users could change the balance of power.
The Voss Force sensitives are called mystics. They're healers and fortune-tellers, utterly revered and considered infallible. We want the Voss and the mystics to ally with the Empire. The Republic is petitioning them too, yet they remain stubbornly neutral.
Of course, half the galaxy has spies there. Who wouldn't? Keeper's files clearly indicate conspirator involvement, but no names or details. All I've got are instructions for a meet.
I'll take the bait. What was her plan?
There's a tea house in Voskar proper. You're supposed to wait for a contact. He'll identify himself with the phrase, anew as the spring. I don't know who he is, or whether Keeper told him about the Star Cabal, but he'll know more than I do.
Assuming he's in one piece.
Assuming that, Watcher 3 out.
We'll await your instructions.
Go ahead and pick up the planetary storyline.
Welcome to the Voss Orbital Docking Station. This facility offers state-of-the-art amenities such as a pressurized interior and radiation shielding. We hope you will enjoy your stay on this station, as access to the planet is strictly prohibited.
That's unfortunate for you.
I'm not interested in debating the rules with you, just let me through.
See if we can't get a dialogue line that is appeasing to Scorpio.
I want to speak to someone more significant.
My orders come from an Imperial edict. You won't find anyone here willing to countermand that. The negotiations on Voss are complex, requiring subtlety, and are far too important for just any incoming transmission. My apologies. It seems Darth Serevin requests the honor of your presence in the Imperial Embassy at Voss Car at your earliest convenience.
Good, because you were about to become scrap.
Get out of my way, and I'll speak with him now.
Of course. The shuttle is this way. Please don't keep Darth Serevin waiting. He's terribly important.
Now, here on Voss, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the heroics, and if they only give us artifacts and the like, we're not going to worry about them, and we'll just do the story. Both planetary and main. And of course, whatever normal side quests show up.
Copy. Assets approaching. Commencing now. Agent, the local intelligence branch would like to request your immediate assistance. We need you for an important surveillance operation. If successful, we stand to gain a wealth of intelligence on the Republic's war efforts.
In that case, I'm in.
We want you to take this audio surveillance device, locate a Republic official named Gur Antog, and engage him in conversation. We have created a cover identity that establishes you as a potential defector to the Republic. A meeting with Antog has already been arranged. The surveillance device will record everything that's said, allowing us to reproduce Antog's non-human vocal patterns and gain access to the Republic's encrypted files.
Why not do it yourself?
None of our agents here would be able to sell this particular cover story as well as you can. Good luck. We'll look forward to seeing you again shortly.
It's hard to tell what dialogue options will gain approval from Scorpio.
You there, hold a moment. My servant offers only platitudes about our Empire's progress here on Voss. I want the truth of things. Tell me the real state of our efforts here. Do you believe these Voss will submit themselves to us soon?
The locals will submit to Imperial authority. It's only a matter of time.
Then this dithering fool isn't misleading me. Interesting. Perhaps I will commit some of my own forces to our work here after all. But then you may only be saying what I want to hear. Or what someone else wants me to hear. How can I trust anything you say? You could be an agent of one of my rivals, hoping to mislead me to my ruin.
I am an officer of Imperial intelligence, not some implement for Sith rivalries.
Perhaps not. Leave me. I must consider my strategies further, and your presence is only a distraction.
Well, I guess you shouldn't have stopped me in the first place, then. Yep, that's all it'll give. And a Voss Mystic's Orb. Oh, that's right. Reputation on this planet is important, too. Alright. I guess we're gonna do the heroics. I didn't think about it, but yeah. I could always use more reputation points here on the planet. Another reason why this one's annoying.
These charges are grave. I'm bringing the proof with me to Voss, emissary. When you see it, the three will banish the Empire from the planet.
I'm afraid Jedi Master Keln is mistaken, Emissary Samaro. No such evidence can possibly exist. I am confident that the three will find that an alliance with the Empire can only benefit your people.
I await this evidence.
Insufferable idiot. Ah, you've arrived. It's about time. No doubt you've heard some of that.
What's going on here?
Voss must be brought into the Empire.
I swear.
These
She's the toughest with dialogue.
Things aren't going smoothly for the Empire here.
Voss must be brought into the Empire. Their obstinance was a problem before the Jedi began meddling. I sense a great power here, strong in the dark side. These people have powers of prophecy we have never seen before. The Empire must have this world and its secrets, and we know from experience that it cannot be taken by force.
You're trying to woo the Voss into joining the Empire, then?
It is a delicate balance. We fawn over the arrogant Voss publicly and undercut the Republic's negotiations privately. And now this Jedi Master appears and thinks he can sabotage all we've done.
I assume you have a plan.
Any evidence of misconduct must be erased before this Jedi arrives. Quietly. The Syndicate was hired to steal supplies from the city of Voss. We then generously offered aid to the people in need. But the Syndicate was made up of Hauk, brutish idiots who turned from saboteurs into raiders.
Maybe it's time to resort to violence.
The Syndicate's lair is in a cave system. Silence these Hauk. Report to General Roche in Fort Codentha afterward.
Are you Ger Antog?
Kai grizo is retno pernai. Padra vimos brandimus prostis cad ataveredag. Smal sio popudus mana ira padare mananan kali.
I've seen how Republic people live. That's the life I want.
Vataranai angomis akananon. Alas protas era. Atrodo nomales. Smogas total gis babo apiatai.
I'm here to help.
Harsi giabutu pa. Holo gijonja bavana bagristai up kaltinta serapole. Era bagalinas vil tias ki asima.
And now we have his voice print data, which we'll give to the agent. We'll go ahead and grab our main story bit first, because we're going to need to take the taxi anyway to get around this place, and that's back towards where the agent is.
Please, wait. We have questions. We know nothing of you. Tell us the Empire's purpose here.
We believe the Empire can offer your people a great deal. Power, strength, the whole galaxy.
The Empire wishes to benefit us. We did not know.
Do you know the Republic? Can you tell us about them?
I know the Republic well, my friend. You can't trust them.
They say differently. Strange.
We will trust the wisdom of the three. but thank you for your knowledge. We will remember.
Come in, outsider. You seek the alien enclave. The way isn't always clear.
Tytun, tea for the guest.
Which tea?
All of them, until he finds one that suits him. I am Baston. This is my tea house. Forgive my daughter. We should start anew as the spring.
A woman like that has nothing to apologize for.
Only the mystics have nothing to apologize for. I know what you suggest.
When tea is ready, host the others. This man is a friend of a good friend. I will share his time.
Your perspiration increases. You recognize an unknown and respond with instinctive fear.
Don't worry. The family won't bother us, and no one else suspects. Living with these creatures for 5 years earns some credibility.
5 years running a tea house is a cushy job for an operative, even with the dress code.
Not a dress code. Surgical alterations so I could replace the real Baston. Raise his children. Kiss his wife. I don't care how exotic they look. Their breath always smells like Minok dung. With some spice in the blasted food.
Aside from their breath, is there anything else you've noted?
I know their ticks and their customs. More about their tea than I thought possible. Problem is, they're stagnant. A tea house owner is a tea house owner for life. The real politics are above my station.
So what can a tea house owner tell me about my mission?
My orders were to find you a lead on Aldathius, a human who showed up a few years ago. Voss called him the Shining Man. Where he came from is a mystery. It only took him 5 weeks to go from outsider to practically Voss. Went through a dozen rites to earn their respect. Knew their culture inside and out. Knew their politics. Textbook infiltration. Impossibly perfect.
Let me guess. No background, no known associates, makes records disappear?
Couldn't find a vid of him arriving on the planet, and you saw what security is like. Anyway, just when it seems the Voss can't love him anymore, he dies in his sleep, buried with honors, mourned like one of them. No one's touched the case much since, so if you want to learn what the Shining Man was up to, you've got a nasty job. Start with the tomb.
What does died peacefully mean?
It means he went to his home in Voss Car one night and didn't wake up. Heart condition, they said.
Convenient.
Tombs at the base of the mountain, holiest place a non-Voss can be interred. Predators keep the area clear these days. If you want to go in as a pilgrim, I've left clothes and instructions at a dead drop. Give me a call once you're in.
Third Tun returns at sunset.
Our family must prepare a welcome. We will speak again.
Talk about deep cover. Now then, let us return to the taxi area, turn in the side quest, and then get started.
I have the recording for you, Agent.
Excellent. Our technicians will begin processing the recording immediately. This intelligence could turn the tide of battles across the galaxy. We'd greatly appreciate your assistance in acquiring it.
Just doing my job.
It was skillfully done, to be sure. If you'll excuse me, I have a great deal to do now. Thank you again for your participation.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Alright, so we have the Annals of Dark History, and then the First Commando's Call. Well, we actually have to go to that area at some point, so we're going to go ahead and do, what was the other one I said? The Annals of Dark History. We'll go ahead and warp to that and take care of that, and then we'll get started on the rest. Looks like it's not going to let me transport directly to that one. That's weird. Oh. It says Annals of Dark History, but it's called Ancient Guardians, that's why. Duh. We have to defeat the Tomb Guardians. Oh, they're actually regulars and strong, so we should be able to do this with her in damage mode. But we'll see. She actually went after the strong enemy on her own. Not bad, Scorpio. But the next one's where it gets interesting. 2 strongs and an elite. We'll try it with her in regular mode. Really didn't want to use heroic moment for that, but once it ran away from me and went after her, didn't really leave me much choice.
I require better targets. Fools always believe they can defeat me. The target has been obliterated.
One more to go.
Better targets. Scorpio sanctions activated. Always believe they can defeat me.
Alright, now we have to deactivate the first and second force field controls. This isn't going to end well, I have a feeling. I really should just put her in heal mode, but we'll give it a shot. As long as she takes one and we take the others, we might be able to pull it off. Alright, we did it. That's the second force field down, now for the first. I didn't even realize we could have already done it. Now we need to destroy the Guardian of Dark History, which is this champion level over here. So that's going to be fun. I'm thinking she should probably definitely go into heal mode for this. And that's our bonus for scanning the Voss tablets.
Your vital functions improve.
I hope our agent gets paid quite well for the things he has to deal with. To be fair, he does bring most of it on himself, but, you know.
Better targets.
Oh, was that not the Guardian? No, it was not. Ah, lovely. So I didn't even have to fight that. Ah, the droid is the Guardian of Dark History. Well, that was smart of me, wasn't it? I'm on a roll today. care of that. And we got to level 63. Oh, and we got a better piece of equipment out of it too. So at least there's that. And Voss reputation too, so that's good. Used to be you had to activate it, I guess you don't have to anymore. Alright. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, back to the port, and then we'll work our way through. Nope, I'm not doing that flashpoint either.
You're holding a Voss outfit, part of the pilgrim's ritual to the Shining Man's tomb. Best way to avoid drawing unwanted attention. Tradition says the pilgrim's supposed to collect ceremonial offerings from the Seeker's path. That'll be your first stop. Then the tomb itself. Watch out for the subhumans. The Voss call them Gormak. But all you need to know is that they're vermin with blasters.
Alright. And the Seeker's Path takes us that way, but we're going to go ahead and take care of Darth Serevin's request first. All we have to kill is the Syndicate boss, so kill the Syndicate boss and destroy the supply crates. No need to fight with anybody unnecessarily. It would be nice if we could get some good dialogue choices at least, so that Scorpio will go up in her companionship rank. She's not doing too bad considering her low rank, but still. Somebody else has been through here, there's no other way that it would be this clear. Now we just have to report to the general.
Yes, you must be the agent Darth Serevin told me to expect. Welcome to Fort Cadenza. I heard what you did to the Hux. I must admit, I've wanted to exterminate those thugs for some time. Now perhaps we can strike at the Republic, albeit indirectly. Cursed diplomats and their games.
Let's hear some more.
We've detected
I swear it's like there's no dialogue options that will please this robot.
I thought we couldn't do anything that would upset the Voss.
Every step is mired in politics. My only consolation is that the Republic is equally stymied. We've detected Republic spy towers in our vicinity. If I sent men to destroy them, we would incur suspicion from the Voss. The Voss post nearby, however, appears to have come under attack. We can aid them and destroy the towers at the same time.
That's not a bad idea.
The commander of the Voss post is Panthendro. Seek him out. Give him the Empire's full support.
Honestly, don't know if taking Scorpio along is going to be of any benefit at all, because it doesn't look like any dialogue choices have any effect on her whatsoever. We'll keep trying, though, at least for a bit. If not, we're just going to have to hope that her companion quests are enough. Because we're not going to get any benefit out of her conversation-wise, then I'll just take Cleo along, because she's already way up there at almost 30.
Scorpio sanctions activated. Better targets.
Gotta remember to put those lightsabers I have in storage. There it is. There's our first stone of the mountain. Our first stones of the mountain. One of the 3 artifacts we need.
Greetings. General Roche thought that the Empire might be able to assist you with your problem here.
Your offer is welcome. The Gormax send their monstrosities. Cleanse the wilds of these monstrosities.
Leave it to me.
Be well.
That's the first monstrosity. Second monstrosity. And the first listening post. And the third monstrosity. One more to go. Alright, and that's all the monstrosities. Now we just have to take out the other two listening posts. I forgot we can't just warp back to him. Okay.
Return. Victorious?
I had everything under control.
I will report. Your empire is reflected well. Your General Roche asked you to report.
Yes, well, he'll have to wait until I finish my other objectives in this area. Maybe I should report to the general, because I think that the next part of his actually comes back out here too. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that. Now that we have the tuna fruit. Tuna fruit, however you want to say it.
I should have known intelligence would make quick work of the towers. Well done. The Republic must be squirming right now, wishing they could strike back at us.
What happens next?
We have more work to do before the arrival of this Jedi Master. Wait, we have an incoming transmission.
I am extremely pleased. The gullible Voss already talk of the heroic outsider who held back the Gormak abominations. However, we've little time to savor this victory. An opportunity has presented itself.
What sort of opportunity?
There is a place the locals call the Nightmare Lands. It is an area steeped in the power of the dark side. A promising Sith named Vesh led a group there to search for the source of the power. But Vesh was weaker than we thought. Dark energy overpowered his mind. He went mad and was captured by the Republic.
That could be a problem.
Indeed. He's been kept out of sight, locked in SIS maximum security. Until now. Reports say Vesh is being moved. Under guard, naturally. But out in the open. We need him dead.
Acknowledged and understood.
Vesh and his escort will be leaving the SIS camp shortly. They will pass through a canyon nearby. Intercept them and leave no witnesses.
Plant this in the canyon before the convoy arrives. I wish you luck.
She's going to be extremely difficult, apparently. But I'm also not going to go and replay every single conversation just to find a way to appease her. Especially since there's the possibility that there wouldn't be one. And we're at 63, so we're not going to worry about any side quests that aren't planetary or heroic. Seems like it's taking us away from the ambush point. Should be going the right place because now there's Republic officials. That's a bounty hunter phase, so not quite. I don't know. The route for this one's kind of confusing. It's also not something for us.
orbits.
There's the water of Voss for our main. Now we can enter the Shining Man's Mausoleum. That being said, I still haven't figured out the right way to get in for the convoy. Well, guess we'll take care of the Shining Man's tomb first since it's right here. Convenient that the predators would decide to set up shop here.
In 1,000 years, this tomb will be broken stone. You will be dead. Natural monuments are failures.
Thanks, Scorpio.
Tytun, I'm in position. Nothing in the sarcophagus but dust and a scroll.
Dust? No way the body decayed that fast on its own. Send me a high-res image and bring the scroll back. Dust sample, too. We'll see what analysis turns up.
What do you think this stuff is worth on the off-world markets?
I try not to wonder. I'm not leaving the family anytime soon. Tytun out.
Alright, and we have to return to his tea house, but first we are going to find the right way to get in for that convoy. I always hate this mission because I can never remember how to do it, but you would think as many times as I have done it, I would remember.
Your sanctions activated. It's been obliterated.
for escorts.